What is up, tadpoles, and welcome to another episode of SBC Team Building with me, FroggyBomb13. Today is week 8 versus the Kolkata Corviknight Riders. Kolkata is India, I believe. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, coached by Royal Ashmit 30. His team consists of Aromatisse, Calcs, Ice, Clefable, Dedenne, Dusclops, Escavalier, Hydreigon, Shiinotic, Stunfisk, Terrakion, Turtonator, and Wishiwashi. He's got majority Trick Room, but he's got also those fast modes in Terrakion and Hydreigon. Calcs Ice is base 50 speed, so technically you could consider, oh yeah, you could give it a Choice Scarf and make it fast or whatever, but mostly this is a Trick Room team. Dedenne is also fast with base 102 speed, I believe. And he's got a lot of fairies. He's got 4 fairies. So Solgaleo goes in this week, especially against the fairies. Now, he does have Hydreigon, which has dark type moves which can mess us up. And he does have Terrakion, which is faster than us. And Turtonator, which can set up like a Shell Smash even, or has a lot of good fire type moves and is not weak to a lot of things because of that fire dragon typing. Though we do have ways around it, as you will see. So the strengths are is that he has Trick Room setters in Aromatisse, Calcs, Ice, and Dusclops, as I mentioned. And his sweepers, he's got Calcs, Ice, he's got Wishiwashi. You have to remember that Wishiwashi has like 140 base attack and special attack and 130 base defenses, I believe. Escavalier is also really good. It's just a great bulky Pokemon. It hits hard. Turtonator can Shell Smash, as I said before. And it also just has really good defense, 140 base speed. And in order to set up that Trick Room, he has very good support options in Shiinotic, Clefable, and Aromatisse. Shiinotic obviously is a mushroom, and therefore it gets access to the move Spore, Strength Sap, and Pollen Puff. Clefable has Follow Me, Heal Bell, Helping Hand. You guys know what it does in singles. It does the same thing in doubles, except it's less good. It's better in draft because there aren't as many steel types, but still, it's less good. It's probably the Togekiss is better, even though Regieleki's been running around. Therefore, people went with like Eviolite Clefairy because it has Friend Guard instead of Magic Guard. So there is that. You could go even Calm Mind, like offensive Clefable, but I highly doubt since we have our restricted in Solgaleo, and it's a steel type, and it can one-shot it, as you will see. Aromatisse gets Aroma Veil, which means I can't taunt him. And Aromatherapy, Wish After You is there. And he has a bunch of hard hitters, as I said, Calcs Ice, Terrakion, Escavalier, Hydreigon, Wishiwashi. Dedenne could be annoying with the support moves, but it usually uses like Nuzzle, Charm, Eerie Impulse, things like that. But since we have Full Metal Body and Clear Body on our hard hitters, then probably not going to bother with it. Also, it's a fairy type, so it gets destroyed by Solgaleo. So yeah, in the very likely category, we have Calcs Ice. He's for sure bringing it, no doubt about it. It just hits like a truck, and it can set up Trick Room for itself. Clefable's for sure coming. Dusclops, I think, is really good here, just because it's super bulky. I don't have anything that can one-shot it, and I don't have a good dark type. A hard-hitting dark type. I have Persian, but like Persian's a support dark type, not a offensive dark type. And then he has Hydreigon, which destroys Solgaleo in certain situations, so we gotta watch out for that for sure. P2 is good here because it's Trick Room. It has Ice Beam, Foul Play. It has Eerie Impulse. It has Flamethrower. No, it doesn't have Flamethrower. It has Tri Attack. It has Shadow Ball. Pelipper is good here because the only electric type he has is Stunfisk and Dedenne. I don't think he's bringing Stunfisk just because we have a ton of things that can hit it. It's not that good in this matchup. Like, I don't know what Stunfisk really does. Anyway, it's not that good of a Pokemon in general. And Dedenne is also fast, and I'm pretty sure he wants to bring Trick Room because Trick Room is not very good into my team. My team doesn't deal with Trick Room well, as I've said in many a video before. But anyway, yeah, niche Pokemon. Now, on his side, he could possibly bring Wishiwashi, possibly Turtonator, Escavalier, Shiinotic, Terrakion. I could all see these mons coming. And then we have like the unlikely category. I don't think he's bringing any of the electric types or Aromatisse. I did actually see the games, so I'm recording this after the fact. And he did bring Aromatisse, which was very surprising. I think he brought it because he didn't want to get taunted, but he brought like 3 fairies, so that was interesting. He didn't bring Dedenne though. Anyway, my niche Pokemon, we got Slurpuff. Slurpuff could be good here, just because the Hydreigon and the Terrakion is faster. It can set up Con Guards, Calm Minds, and just spam Dazzling Gleam and be annoying. I could use After You, but since he's setting up Trick Room, it's probably not the best idea. Double is good here. It's only not good against the special attackers, which is maybe like Clefable, Aromatisse, Dedenne, Turtonator, Shiinotic. He could go Special Wishiwashi, which is a factor, and Hydreigon can run like Focus Blast. So originally I was gonna run like Bulletproof, so he can't Focus Blast me. But then I decided to just go Fluffy and full on defense and be annoying like that. Then we have Beartig. Beartig could be good here since I'm running Pelipper, and then I could be speedy. It also ice resists ice, and it can hit a bunch of stuff. It gets Play Rough for Hydreigon. It gets Icicle Crash, Aqua Jet, But I think it's too frail for this matchup, so there is that. Then we got Swampert. Swampert's very good. The only grass type he has is Shiinotic, and therefore, even I don't think he like a Giga Drain or Energy Ball from Shiinotic can even one-shot Swampert if I'm max HP, so that's good. And then we have Moltres. Moltres is pretty good against everything except for maybe the Terrakion, and I guess the Escavalier. I mean, good against the Escavalier because I can one-shot it with a fire move, but I'm pretty sure Escavalier also gets rock moves. No, it doesn't. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, with my extreme bulk and the fact that I can use burn up to get rid of my fire type, I think it's a very good asset here. I don't think I'll bring Dragapult here just because he can run like Scarf Hydreigon, catch me off guard. Also, Dark type is super effective against my Ghost type Dragon, so there's that. It's also weak to Ice, weak to Fairy. He's got 3 fairies, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm bringing Dragapult this week. Thwackey also, it just gets destroyed by Calyrex Ice. It gets destroyed by Hydreigon, can run fire moves. Turnier runs fire moves. We got the fairies, just spam like fairy moves. Wishy-Washy gets Ice Beam, and what's his face? Escavalier gets Mega Horn, and it could just like destroy Thwackey. And then, sorry, but our boy Manectric, I don't think he's bringing the electric types, and it turns out I was right. Therefore, I will not bring Manectric this week, and I don't think it's that good. It's fast, it has Flamethrower, Overheat, and Eerie Impulse, and Volt Switch, and Electro Ball, and things like that, and Switcheroo, but I don't think I'm going to run it this week. And now we get to the Calcs. So first, we can actually go to the team for a second and look at our Solgaleo. So really simple Solgaleo spread. We got Sunsteel Strike, Heat Crash, Close Combat, Protect, 252, Adamant Nature with 4 Spadef. And with that calc, what we can actually see is, I decided to go with Calcs this week. So a 252 Timid, Life Orb, Hydreigon, Dark Pulse does maximum of 92.6%. I don't think he's going to be running Specs. If he's running Specs, then that really puts him at a disadvantage, and therefore he'll be locked into one move, and then I can like switch out and mess him up. Also, like Expert Belt Solgaleo does do a maximum of 95.1%. So like any chip on it and it's dead. If he does a close combat, it's for sure dead. Heat Crash also destroys Escavalier. Close combat destroys Hydreigon. Expert Belt, Soul Steel Strike, Sun Steel Strike. Oko's even max HP, max defense Clefable, and he can't run a Babiri Berry because of Unnerve. So like he ended up running a Babiri Berry on Aromatisse. So it did live, but the second time, obviously, it got one shot. So, yeah. So that is our Solgaleo spread. I thought originally to run Choice Band, but then I was like, nah, Expert Belt is probably better because I don't want to be necessarily locked into one move. So we'll deal with that. And Expert Belt does a 1.2 times damage boost. Next up, we got P2, and P2 has a very interesting spread in 252 HP, 108 plus defense, 68 special attack, 76 special defense, and 4 speed. So I just ran max HP, just like because P2 is super duper bulky, so I decided to run max HP. Then I put 108 into defense to live a where is it at? Porygon 2 to live a Life Orb close combat from a Terrakion. A Life Orb Jolly close combat. I don't think he'll run Jolly, but it also lives Adamant close combat, so it does up to 97.3% at max. Then we have 68 special attack Porygon 2 Ice Beam, does to no bulk Hydreigon. It's a 98% chance to 2-hit KO. And then with Foul Play against the Calyrex, it has a 95.3% chance to 2-hit KO, so that's always good. And with a close combat drop, it does even more. So there's that. And yeah, and then I put the rest 76 into defense, into special defense rather. So that's the P2 spread. Now we have the Persian, and we have Foul Play, Fake Out, Taunt, and Switcheroo. So I decided to go with like a really interesting spread this week with mostly defense, and then I put the rest into Spadef. The defense is to live a close combat from a from Terrakion. If it's Life Orb Jolly, then it does a maximum of 100%, and it has a 6.3% chance to Oko. Oh yeah, and if he's just Adamant and not Life Orb, then I for sure live, and it does a maximum of 85%. So that's really good. So the plan is to Switcheroo the Flame Orb, because if I'm burned, I don't really care, and that means I can't go to sleep, so that was the tech. I can burn his physical attackers in Terrakion and in Calyrex Ice. He does have like other mons that can be annoying, but hopefully I'll be fine. Next up we got Moltres, and I decided to run a really interesting spread here with Protect, Burn Up, Air Slash, and Roost with the Charcoal. With 132 special attack and the Charcoal, I have a if it's 252 HP and 4 Spadef Calyrex, I have a guaranteed Oko on with Burn Up, so that's really good. So if he runs some special defense, it gives me some leeway, and then I just put the rest into defense. Then we got Double. Double has a pretty interesting set here. We got Body Press Cotton Guard, obviously, because that's what Double does. We decided to run Fluffy in the end and Leftovers because I can't run Berries because of Unnerved Calyrex. And then I didn't want to get walled by by Dusclops, so I decided to run Payback. And then Sleep Dog is there if I do get put to sleep. So that's what the Double's for. And it even lives a Choice Banded Close Combat from Adamant Terrakion. It's a guarantee to hit KO. It does at maximum 83.7%. So that's really good. And then we have Pelipper. Pelipper is really simple spend, max HP, max defense. It's his best stat, and 4 Spadef. And we're running Scald, Wide Guard, Growl. Growl actually lowers the foe's attack by 1. Both of our foes attack by 1. And we're running Keen Eye because we don't want to run Drizzle, because we didn't want to possibly power up Wishy-Washy. So that was the thinking there. And then we're running Power Lens this week, which halves our speed. So we're running 0 speed Pelipper so that we underspeed Calyrex and Trick Room, and then we can Growl it to death so that it doesn't do enough damage. And then, yeah, we're not slower than like Aromatisse or Escavalier, but we're still slower than most of his Pokemon under Trick Room, so that's really good. And we could just live all of those physical attacking moves. So yeah, that is the team. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. You guys know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.